Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right with your money? You're budgeting, you're saving, you're working your tail off, but your bank account is still giving you the silent treatment? You're not crazy. It's probably because you've been fed a steady diet of money lies your whole life. They're served up by friends, family, and even those so-called experts, and they sound like common sense, but these aren't harmless little misunderstandings. They're silent assassins, quietly torpedoing your chances of ever building real wealth. If you feel like you're running on a financial hamster wheel, working harder than ever just to stay in the same place, I get it. My name is Blue Boy, and after years of digging into personal finance, I've seen the same bogus beliefs pop up again and again. They're like bad software running in the background of our brains, making us hit delete on our own success. So today, we're going to play Financial Mythbusters. I'm going to expose the 3 biggest money myths that are keeping your wallet perpetually empty. And for each myth, I'll show you why it's wrong and give you one simple, powerful action you can take today to flip the script. By the end of this, you'll not only spot these lies from a mile away, but you'll have a roadmap to start building the financial future you actually deserve. First up is the big one, the myth that's probably cost people more money than any other. It's the lie that says, I'll start investing when I have real money. It sounds so responsible, doesn't it? So humble. We tell ourselves, investing is for rich people in suits. Once I pay off my loans, get that big promotion, and have thousands of dollars just sitting around, then I'll be an investor. I'm here to tell you that this one responsible thought could literally cost you a fortune. Here's the hard truth. Saving money isn't how you build wealth. Saving protects wealth, but investing is what grows it. If you let your cash just chill in a standard savings account, it's often losing a little bit of its value every year. Why? A little thing called inflation. If your savings account is paying you 1% and inflation is humming along at 3%, you're losing 2% of your buying power. Relying only on saving is like trying to run up a down escalator. You're working hard just to stand still. The magic you're missing out on is compound interest. Einstein supposedly called it the 8th wonder of the world, and he wasn't kidding. It's when your money makes money, and then that money starts making its own money. It's a snowball of cash that, over time, becomes an avalanche. Let me throw some numbers at you. Let's say you start investing just $100 a month at age 25, assuming a hypothetical 7% annual return, which is in line with historical stock market averages. By the time you hit 65, you'd have over $239,000. Now, let's say you wait 10 years because you didn't feel ready. You start investing that same $100 a month at age 35. By 65, you'd have just $122,000. That 10-year delay, that I'll-do-it-later moment, cost you over $117,000. You invested only $12,000 less, but your final pot of money was sliced in half. That's the insane price of waiting. And the idea that you need a ton of money to start is a fossil. Thanks to technology, investing is for everyone now. On many modern brokerage platforms, you can buy fractional shares, meaning you can own a slice of a giant company like Amazon or Google for as little as $5. You don't need a guy named Winston on Wall Street, you just need your phone. So here's your first action step. This week, open an investment account, like a Roth IRA, and set up an automatic transfer for just $25 or $50 a month. That's it. That's a few fancy coffees. Stick it in a low-cost, broad market index fund, which is just a big basket of stocks, and forget about it. The goal isn't to get rich tomorrow. It's to build the habit, get in the game, and let time and compounding do the heavy lifting. You don't need a lot of money to start investing. You need a lot of time. And time is the one thing you can never earn back. Okay, myth number 2 is a real head-scratcher because it comes from 2 opposite extremes. On one side, you've got the choir chanting, "All debt is evil." And on the other, you have folks swiping their credit cards like they're trying to win a prize. Both are a recipe for financial disaster. The all debt is bad idea is usually preached with the best intentions. People have seen high-interest debt ruin lives, and they're not wrong. Credit card debt and payday loans are financial quicksand. But saying all debt is bad is like saying fire is bad. Sure, fire can burn your house down, but it can also cook your steak and keep you from freezing. Debt is a tool. Its power for good or evil depends entirely on the person holding it. The trick is learning to tell good debt from bad debt. Bad debt is when you borrow money to buy stuff that goes down in value or to live a lifestyle you haven't earned yet. Think of that credit card balance from a weekend shopping spree or a loan for a giant TV. This debt makes you poorer, serves no purpose but instant gratification, and comes with interest rates that will haunt you for years. Good debt, on the other hand, is borrowing money to buy an asset that can grow in value or increase your income. Think of a sensible mortgage on a home you can actually afford, or a student loan for a degree that will significantly boost your earning potential. Even a smart business loan can be good debt. Avoiding these things out of a fear of all debt can be just as limiting as racking up bad debt. Which brings me to credit cards. Are they evil plastic rectangles? Nope. When used right, a credit card is one of the best financial tools out there. If you use it for your normal, budgeted expenses, and, this is the crucial part, pay the balance in full every single month, you get all the perks with none of the pain. You build a great credit score, you get fraud protection that's often stronger than a debit card's, and you can earn awesome rewards like cash back or travel points. The trap is carrying a balance. The second you don't pay it off, that powerful tool turns on you. The interest rates are brutal on purpose. So here's your second action step. Start treating your credit card exactly like a debit card. That means you only swipe it for things you have the cash for right now in your bank account. Before you tap, ask yourself, can I pay this off in full today? If the answer's no, the card stays in your wallet. Set a reminder on your phone a few days before your bill is due and pay the entire statement balance. This one habit lets you get all the benefits without ever paying a penny in interest. This brings us to our final and maybe most sneaky myth, because it's whispered in your ear by salespeople everywhere. It's the lie that says, if you can afford the monthly payment, you can afford it. Car dealerships, furniture stores, electronic shops, they are masters of this psychological sleight of hand. They know a $40,000 car sounds terrifying, but $500 a month? Hey, that's doable. They brilliantly shift your focus from the total price to the tiny monthly payment. This is a trap, and it's why millions of people are stuck in a cycle of payments. Focusing on the monthly payment makes you blind to the total cost, the interest you're paying, and what that money could have been doing instead. Let's take that car. A $40,000 car financed for 5 years at a 7% interest rate is about $792 a month. The total you'd pay is over $47,500. That's $7,500 that just vanished into interest. But the dealer, in his infinite generosity, says, we can get that payment down. Let's stretch it to 7 years. Now your payment is a more affordable $605 a month. But what's the total cost now? Over $50,800. You just volunteered to pay an extra $3,300 in interest for the deal of a lower payment. You didn't save money, you just signed up for 2 more years of debt. This trap makes us buy way more than we should, and every single dollar you set on fire paying interest is a dollar that could have been invested in working for you. That $500 monthly car payment doesn't just represent a car, it represents a future where that same amount, if invested at a 9% average return for 30 years, could have grown to over $450,000. That's the opportunity cost. You're trading a mountain of future wealth for a slightly nicer car today. So, here's your third and final action step. From now on, before you finance anything, you must calculate the total cost of ownership. Ignore the monthly payment talk. Ask for the out-the-door price, including all taxes and fees. Then, use an online loan calculator to see the exact, horrifying amount of interest you'll pay. Stare at that number. Let it sink in. Then ask yourself, is this thing really worth the total price plus all this interest? What else could I do with this money if I just bought a cheaper version or waited and saved? Am I really willing to cripple my ability to invest for the next 5 or 7 years just to have this thing right now? Thinking in total cost, not monthly payments, is a total game changer. It forces you to live within your means and prioritize your future self over your impatient present self. All right, confession time. Which of these myths have you fallen for in the past? Was it the investing one, the debt one, or the monthly payment trap? Let me know in the comments below. Seriously, no shame in the game. We've all been there. And if this video flipped a switch in your brain, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. I put out new videos every week with straight-up advice to help you master your money and build a life you're excited about. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.